information gets to more people. So, Kachaina, you're most welcome, and I'm giving you a microphone to introduce yourself as a champion of the project. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Praise the Lord. My name is Valentine, Muhereza, Kachaina, and I've been working with Icwea, International Community of Women Living with HIV, for the last, I think, around 4 years, and I'm really proud of them. It is Icwea that enabled me to connect me to UNAIDS, like that UNAIDS later called me to represent Uganda in UNAIDS, but the whole thing started with Icwea after when we were advocating for ending TB, HIV, and malaria. Then those clips were, I think Icwea was sponsored by UNAIDS, so the videos went through the reports and I was able to be selected. So I thank them, and we are still here, and I thank the Mbarara district and Mbarara state leaders for allowing Icwea to come here and disseminate information about ending diseases and also helping our young girls to those who are sick to prevent diseases. I mean to keep on medication, and those who are not yet sick to stay focused and prevent the disease. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. One of the questions I would answer.
Live na Kachaina Media.
Thank God that this has happened. Two, I want to thank the Mbarara City health workers, security, and all leaders who are here, as I said, for accepting to sacrifice a little time to come. Thank you so much. And also appreciate Icwea, because the country is big, the regions are many, but sparing time to think about Mbarara district, we don't take it for granted. Then, of course, we thank the government for the peace. President Museveni tumtero mungaro zamani. Yes, because of if we don't have peace. Then on this side, I appreciate the media I've seen here, Radio West, my friend Aboki and Anita, plus Andrew, thank you so much. I've worked with those people for some good time. But I'm not here as a comedian, though comedy helps me to fulfill this. Yes, but I also work in Ministry of Health as a private contractor. For instance, in malaria, I was the one handling teaching or disseminating information on ALA21 vaccine of malaria. But also in Ministry of Health under Icwea, under National TB and Leprosy Program, plus Uganda Stop TB Partnership. Those two organizations under Ministry of Health are sponsored by Global Fund, and I was chosen to volunteer to participate as a national ambassador. Plus Uganda AIDS Commission. So at least I have some experience because I've gone through a lot of trainings. But mainly I wanted to speak about like three things. One, as you think about the message you are going to use, let's also think about the language if we are to succeed in our target. Because, for instance, you can find, as we are here, you may find like 80% can understand Runyankole. But you find 100%. Now, putting this one as a seminar aside, when we go to those schools, when we go to community,
I can confirm to you that some words, people hear them, but they don't sound big as they are in English the same way in Runyankore. So language, as we think about what we are going to disseminate, language is a very, very key. I'm doing masters in diplomacy and global studies. We have what we call 17 sustainable goals that were implemented by UN, but they said they started in 215. They failed to work totally because of lacking what we call localization. They are coming back on board saying, let every country, let every state, going back from, we use what we call a funnel shape, from the global perspective until we reach at the grassroots. Let them, if Uganda, most of them use English, let it be English. But if we go and we say Western region, most of them use Runyankore, let them. But also Nelson Mandela talked about it, that if you speak to people in English, they will put the message into their head. While when you speak to them in their native language, they will put the message at their hearts. And there is a big difference between when the message is here and when the message is here. So for the language, I think that one I'm very clear. And also remember, in English, there are words that are not easy to be translated into Runyankore, but you will try your level best. I swear, the time I've dealt with different health NGOs, what is in the seminars is very, very different to what is on the ground. Someone says we have 6% of people get HIV and what. Then you find when they are very serious, but after the meeting you tell them, we have like 6 people who have TB in Kachaina. You will not see any health worker who is very much interested in following up. That means maybe it is about the facilitation, the allowance we get here, but amitumaitu ukuzanza bendwara kutakozere ki kutarho akamuheru. I want to promise also my support. To support Mbarara District Health, but also to support ICWEA. That let's say we have a district health officer who has a message, let it be over in English or in Runyankore, but they want to multiply its dissemination. I will also, under our Kachaina media, we constructed Kachaina media located in Katete. We are about to launch it, but already it is working. So we shall support, one, in disseminating that information. But 2, we have all gadgets needed for capturing a very nice clips that can go at least at Western or national level, so that we get a clear message, shortened message, not boring message to disseminate. So we shall support in the following ways. 1, in composing the message. The message can be composed by experts, but there is where we can also, our expert, like communicators, can be needed. So we shall provide that support in composing a message that appeals to the society. Then 2, we shall record, edit, produce, send to the authorities to look through whether it goes, or it is, at times we assume we are marketing, when instead we are destroying everything, or when we are creating discrimination and stigma. So we shall provide that. Then also posting them and tagging the targeted people or NGOs. Then also, in case you are going to schools and you let us in time, you let us know in time, I myself, I can be available, because accept it or refuse it, that those people, the youth you want to meet, really need something to entice them. Wabajoti nyineyonka Kachaina comedian, wonu babasano kuiza kusheka, not knowing that they will be trapped and ending up getting message. So if you go there and you feel that you will go there and speak that English with difficult words, and also even if it is not me, but since I'm in entertainment industry, I can suggest on or negotiate with someone to make sure that at least some artists understand the value of contributing to their society, not just getting money. Because an artist who would ask you 5 million, I can at least negotiate with him and I say, look, the people who come to Kachaina to see you are the people here. So if they get sick and you are not caring, your audience will also reduce. So I can talk to them and negotiate with them. Lastly, like 5 years ago, we had a chairperson of Mbarara Hospital. His name was called Peter Kabagambe. Because I used to work with the director of Mbarara Hospital. For instance, when they were bringing those ambulances, there is a company which donated ambulances to Holy Innocent. Then Holy Innocent had many and they gave some to Mbarara Hospital. So I was called to be the event organizer in handling those ambulances. Through that, I started working with that hospital, even when they were opening up some buildings, but I don't know how to pronounce their names. So, but through those time, we got engaged with Dr. Celestino and Peter Kabagambe when he was still a chairman. They were suggesting to start something in the hospital called Muhereza. Muhereza, where they were targeting to put some wards as someone is waiting for maybe a doctor. Either they were supposed to be some screens, maybe teaching some people some messages, or some banners or something. So they were thinking, in fact, by then, they were thinking of involving me to see if I was qualifying to head that. But by then, connection were little. Also, I think opportunity and time, there is time for everything. Now that it was not taken up by me, you can think about that idea. If it works, then it is put at district, it can be put in schools and everywhere to see how we can teach these people.
Live na Kachaina Media.